Okay, well, welcome. Thank you for being here and sharing this restorative practice on the fall equinox. I do this for the wheel of the year. So we have the vertical line of the summer and winter, just like, our, what do you call that thing that does the north,
oh, the
south.
compass.
The compass, exact same, north, south, and then the east and the west, where we have the fall and the the spring and the fall equinox. And we can even liken that to the compass. So we have the south is for the summer, the north is for the winter. And then moving from summer to winter, that would be this way. So the east is for the fall and the west is for the spring. And they're there on there. And then even if I say like the fall is about the east, and the east is when we think about the elements of nature, represents the ether element. This great, the unknown, the spirit world, that limitless energy. And what's interesting now is that that's where we are at fall equinox. Our next point on the wheel of the year is Samhain, which is Halloween. And so that's 6 weeks from now. And then another 6 weeks until we hit the winter, right? Okay. And Halloween, is All Hallows Eve, where the veils between worlds become very, very thin. And so we're moving in. Yeah, girl, I know. I love it too. Like this it's all about cozy and low lighting. And even right now, we're starting class 7 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, it's going to be dark in here. And that will happen halfway through class. And, we're halfway between summer and winter. And we're halfway between this last moon cycle going from new to full. So next Thursday when we gather, we'll have a full moon. So there's just a lot happening. We're just going to embrace it all and feel in and surrender with great love, right? So excellent. Let's start like that. Let's start with the Libra scales because we're also in Libra. And this time here, and maybe, I don't know if you can see yourself. If you have your, and you can see yourself, then just kind of notice if one hand is down lower than the other. And, you can try and balance them, even look at them. And see if one's tilted down, the palm is different. See if you can make them the same as best as you can. Then lengthen tall as you inhale, and as you exhale, soften jaw, shoulders, even the palms. And just feel your breath. You can take your heart space back a little bit. That will help with holding the arms. And even imagining that you are here at this point of change. And even as simple, you yourself will be going from summer to winter, and your choice of clothing, choice of how you eat, even our yoga practice, how you might go to bed a lot earlier. Things will change in your daily routine just based on this change of seasons. And so feel yourself here at the center as if, your body is this linear line of the compass or the wheel of the year, and your hands are out just holding the fall equinox and the spring equinox. Knowing that wherever you are on the journey of the wheel of the year, as we are right now in the fall equinox, it's just gathering around the center. So with that, as you inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, join your palms together at your center, at your heart space. Because no matter where we are, here we are. No matter what season, here we are. No matter where you live, here you are. And this great gift of embodiment in your home. And just feeling your breath, your presence. Even maybe feeling your heartbeat. And this great reminder that you are here. Right now, at this moment in time, in your life, in your presence, you're here. And let's take these thumbs up to rest along the center of your forehead just for a moment. This place of your third eye, of your great intuition, your great insight, your great foresight, your long sight, and inner knowing. To trust yourself. Inhale here, and as you exhale, release the hands back down in front of your heart. And on your next inhale, lift your chin and lengthen and stay here as you exhale. And just before we move into oming, let's open the breath. Take a nice full inhale right to the top. Hold it there. Take in more air if you can. Pause. And release your breath. Inhale fully. Pause at the top. Take in more air. Let's exhale in 3 parts. So it's an exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. And exhale completely. Just take a normal breath in and out. Feel how your breath is expanded already on the inside. And then inhale right to the top one more time. Take in more air. Pause. Retain the breath. Soften your shoulders, retain your breath. And exhale, release. And take a normal breath in and out. Now inhale for our first Om. Bow your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're going to start with, I do have my bolster here, and I'm just going to put, let's see, I'll move the bolster out of the way first. I'm going to start with a blanket for my head, and then you might put another blanket down just for your back. Then we're going to have, you might just have one bolster on your right side. If you just have one thing, just put it on your right side. And if you happen to have 2 bolsters or 2 pillows, you might have support on either side of you. Just to start with a lying down twist. But we'll also start just by shaking out your day a little bit, just nicely on your back. So yeah, so something for your head and then something on either side of you. And I'll pull my bolster in a moment. Just leave it here. Good. And just take a few moments in this basic resting pose with the knees bent. Hands maybe resting on your body. Just feel yourself breathing here, just as you are. Good. And then as you're ready, we're just going to start with some lying down cat-cow. So just arching your back and then lifting the tail. And just feeling that a few times. Just lifting and lowering. Good. Yes. And just do maybe a few more, just releasing the pelvis. And the next time you move into what would be cat pose. So the pelvis lifting, just lift, use your feet, lift the hips up a little bit. They don't have to go super high, maybe like an inch or 2 off the floor. And then start to sway your hips side to side. So you just, you might feel a little bit of muscular effort and Just rolling your hips side to side, feet working. And then just drop your pelvis back down to the floor. You can let the knees come together, heels widen, and just take a few moments. Let everything go. Release your hips, your pelvic floor, back of your heart, your jaw. And then if you have room, I know I set up right by the wall, I don't really have room, but to stretch your legs out. If you happen to set up like me, I'm just gonna walk the feet up the wall. And then interlace your fingers, split the palms, extend your arms over your head, and just stretch yourself in some way. You point and flex your feet. Where you arch, you do a little bit of cat-cow or something. Just move your body. Nice, and then take one nice big stretch. We're gonna bring the knees into the chest. You can take your hands up and over. Just hug them in, rock the pelvis front to back a little bit as you move the knees in and out. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna just circle the knees around, and you can hold onto them and circle them around just a few times in one direction. And then we'll switch and go the opposite direction. Just massaging your low back. And then we're gonna go back to the first direction. I'm gonna put my arms down by my sides, start to lift the calves off the legs a little bit, and then circle these knees around. So almost like your legs are, not right close to the body. You're just making some circles. So now we're bringing the abdominals in, and let's think of this as a massage for all your inner organs. The things we don't often think about. Good. And then reverse and circle the other direction a few times. Good. Nice. And we'll do one more, and then just change direction. Do one full circle in one direction and one full circle in the other. And then you'll bring your knees into your chest, hug them in. Set your feet on the floor. And I'm just gonna wiggle back. You might need to too if you moved around when you were doing that. Okay, so before we move into our restorative twist, again, I'm gonna bring the knees in, put my arms down on the floor, and they might walk out a little if you have your props there and might go underneath your props. And then just start to move your knees side to side. So we're gonna do some twisting restorative, and just kind of wanna get the abdominals ready for that. So just pump some blood into your abdominals. You're just moving your knees side to side, rocking. Good. And I'll do one more on each side, and then we're just gonna rest before we move into twist. So you can let your feet come down. You can stretch your legs out again if you like to, or arms over your head, and just take a few breaths. Just feeling all that energy just called into your center. And before we move out of this, take a nice full breath in and fill up your lower chakras, your abdominals. And then let the breath go. And maybe you pull the belly in. And then again, nice full breath, fill yourself up. And pulling the belly in a little bit. Here's the exhale. And then just take a normal breath. Good. Okay, so we'll bend the knees, feet to the floor. And we're just gonna drop the knees over to the right side. You might hug them into your chest first and then take them over, or just take them over. And then you can have the right shin resting on the bolster. You could also put the bolster pillow between your legs. And open your arms out to the sides. And lift your head up, turn it all the way to the left. And just rest in and relax, settle in. Starting to surrender into the shape. And so staying as you are for another 5 breaths, just making each of those breaths count. So you're very aware of the inhale and the exhale, dropping in the heaviness in your body. As you finish your 5th, then just bring your feet to the floor, come back onto your back. And I'm not going to do the other side right away. We're going to stay on this side. So just feel, allow yourself to just drop in and notice, the weight of you, the difference in the 2 sides. And then we're going to extend the right leg long. So I have to, if you're right against the wall, wiggle. And bring the left knee into your chest. And just hug it in there for a few moments. You might rock it side to side or just rest here. And because this is restorative, I'm not going to say anything with the feet. Just let them be relaxed, shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. Almost like everything could just be really heavy here. Will melt your low back, your belly, your pelvic floor, any place that you feel you might be gripping or holding, through the back of the head. And we're going to move into twist here. Take a nice full breath. And exhale through your mouth. Just let everything soften. And then just holding onto this left knee with your right hand, left arm out. Bring this left leg all the way over and back onto your support. So you can change the position of your support, add something more if you need. And we're going to open back up, like with the arms out and back of the chest on the floor. So if the left shoulder's hanging, you have that other support on your left side, maybe you can pull it in. But adjust as you need. And I'm just going to add a little bit of deepening by taking my right leg and just walking it back a little bit. Maybe the hip might move, shoulder might move. So we've opened the twist, and then I'll say to the left arm, if it's too much to have it open, just put it someplace else. And then again, lifting your head and turning it to the left, if that is okay. And we're just going to really drop in again to this deepening twist. It's moving its way up your back into the midpoint of your front. And just asking yourself, where can I let go? Where can I surrender more deeply? You might hit a point where your mind is asking to come out of the pose, and it's a great opportunity to notice any resistance that arises and to surrender any way you can with great love, compassion, and presence. And so if you did walk that right leg back a little bit, just walk it back in. That will just release a little bit of the pose. And then just dropping into your breath, flow, the presence, the shape, anything. And softening your third eye. And then we'll release out of this. So you can maybe take the left foot to the floor first and then roll yourself onto your back and find equal place here. You can bend the knees or keep the legs straight. And just drop in to the feeling, the unwinding, the flow of your breath, and even noticing a sense of calm. So before we go to do the second side, just going to separate the feet a little bit, knees apart, and just windshield wiper side to side. And you have your props there, so maybe that is a nice little reminder that you are supported here. And just release your back. And then we'll come back with the feet on the floor. I'm going to lift the hips and move the hips side to side again, just like that little hammock swing. So this is a way of just shaking out any tension here. And then release your hips back down. And okay, so we're going to start with just gentle twist. We're going to call it gentle twist. Both knees are going to go over to the left side.
Doug still there?
Yeah, he's still here. So just either bring the knees into your chest or take them over. And then once you're here, again, I'll say it again. Bolster could go between the, here, take the top.
Yeah.
Can Can go in between the knees or on top of the knees. If you're scared. Here, you take that top one and put it wherever you need it. Go. Okay. So you turn your head to the right. If you didn't pick it up and turn it, then just do that quickly, just so you get a little bit of a deepening into your shoulder check muscles. And then drop in. Notice anywhere you're holding tension. And maybe you need to back out a little bit or readjust. Or just surrender a little bit more. Move into our final 5 here. And just playing with your breath to fill, to release, to flow. And then as you finish your 5th, bring your head back to center and then roll back onto your back. And again, we're just going to rest here. So legs bent or stretched out to just really feel the change you've made, the work you've done. And it doesn't all need to be about 6-pack abs. Right? There's a lot of work that can happen in just being very present. Okay, so we're going to take that twist. We're going to start by extending the left leg. Bring the right knee in, opposite interlace, and just be here and however you need to. So, we're bringing the hip crease in. If you need to move that knee in and out or side to side, or just to drop in and breathe. Now, when I feel this stretch in the hip crease, it reminds me of, Thai massage. Because they take their hands and they hold right here in your hip crease super hard and just try and stem the, I don't know if you can really stop the blood flow, but just stem it or make things tight. So that as they release it, you get this burst of, or surge of energy, freshness. Just allow everything to be, whatever is. And here you are, breathing and feeling your body. Okay, we'll let the left hand hold this right knee and the right arm will come out to the side. We'll roll over onto the left side, prop this right knee up or right shin. Adjust whatever you need. If you need to roll onto your side first to find it or adjust your hip, take the time. Okay, if you need support under your right shoulder, do that. So that you find that place of most comfort, even if it's amidst discomfort. And if you can go a little deeper, you can just walk that left leg back a little bit. And then turning your head. Scanning your body, softening through your jaw, back of your heart, your midsection, your pelvic floor. It's following the path of your breath. Final few moments here. And then if you walk that left leg back a little bit, just bring it in. And then you might release the top leg first, place the right foot on the floor, and then roll onto your back, bend both knees, or straighten your legs and just feel. And then we'll just come back to the windshield wiper, just release your back, front, the hip crease, everything here. Good. Okay, and then I'll just have you roll your knees all the way to one side. We're going to come up for sitting, but pause in the fetal position for a breath or two before you come up. Just let everything come up slowly. And take your time. Okay. You see the lights plugged in? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to take my bolster here, and I'm just going to place it in the front. You probably won't need anything beside you. And we're just going to twist over the bolster. So if you don't have a bolster, you can stack some pillows or use some blankets. And so I'm going to sit with my right hip next to the bolster. And I'm going to take my right leg out to the right. Okay, maybe that's not going to work. If it's not going to work, you can just keep both legs bent. But what I'm going to do is take the right leg out to the right, bring both hands on either side of the bolster. Then I'm going to turn my left foot and just extend it back. So left leg, actually. So I'll just kind of turn it. I'll roll the hip in. Then I'm going to lift my right hip off the floor just for a moment and put it back. So that the legs are, right leg out, left leg maybe straight behind you. I have a wall here. I just have it bent. Then turn your belly. And we're going to move into twist here. You can adjust your bolster. You're going to lie down. Get as much of the left side of your chest onto the bolster. So that you might come back up and kind of adjust your hips a little bit, or if you want to fold your legs in, do that. And then once you're here, you can keep your head turning the same towards the right, but if it wants to go to the left, look to the left. All right, so we're just here for a few moments. I'm going to take you out just to bring you back in, as I like to do. So notice for yourself, oh, I need more support underneath my hip, or something underneath my legs, whatever you need. Try to feel it here. And once you're ready, you're just going to press yourself back up. Just, I'm going to lift the hip again, put it down. And I turn more towards the left. See if I can get even more of the left side onto the bolster. And then the arms can go out to the sides or under. You might tuck the palms face up underneath your bolster. That feels nice. Sometimes it's nice to have one arm extended, one arm in. So play around. And then once you find your comfort, perhaps amidst discomfort, then surrender into the shape. You have your head turned to the left. And just turn your head back to the right now. To the right. Right now. And just drop in again to your breath, to your presence, to your space, to your surrender. And then you'll use your hands to just gently press yourself upright. And you can keep your eyes closed. You just start to maybe turn just to sit cross-legged. And you can always sit on top of your bolster for a moment. Thank you. And just take a sacred pause. And sitting and feeling the unwinding. And just tuning into the residue of the pose. And as you're ready, just gently open your eyes and you'll turn and place the left hip next to the bolster. And then once you're here, we'll take the left leg just straight out. No, that's wrong. Sorry. That's the, yeah, left leg. Okay, good. Yeah, left leg. Comes out, and then you turn to face the bolster and just extend your right leg behind you. You can even lift your hip just for a moment just to put it down. And then turn your chest, drop the right side more onto the bolster. And whichever way your head wants to turn now is fine. Again, just here, take 3 or 5 breaths, assess what you need. If it's too much, you back out, or maybe you're going to be able to go deeper. And just kind of feel if you need more support under your chest. You know, how can you make this optimal for yourself? And then about there, I'll just come back out. Just take my hands, lengthen, turn a little more, maybe even lift that bottom hip for a moment. Get a little deeper in the twist. Find a comfortable place for your hands, your arms. Release. If you turned your head away from your leg, then just turn your head back now. And just releasing from this pose as you're ready. And again, you just bring yourself up to sit. Whatever way makes sense. And maybe change the cross of your legs if you're coming in cross-legged. Just pause, feel in. It's good work of twisting spine, inner organs. So much release and opening. Okay, so from here we're going to take a forward fold. And so I'm just going to turn and face the bolster, and maybe you might sit on something. And open the legs out wide either side, and they can go super wide or not so wide. Then you have your bolster here, and I'm going to fold forward. So I know you guys have all seen this, so I'll just show again. You can put the bolster on the highest thing and just hold it to support your head. You can go go this way as well. And you can also put blocks underneath. Okay, so sit on something as you need to. And then as you're ready, just nice and lovingly, slowly walk yourself into this forward fold. And we did a lot for the back, so whatever you feel there. If it's too much to have your legs stretched out straight like this, then just feel free to, bring the soles of the feet together or go to cross-legged if that's happier. Just start to let your head go, your jaw go, your eyes go. And so you're nice and soft. Even if you come out and you add more props and adjust, let's do it really softly. And so we're just going to stay here for a little bit of time. You just allow yourself to release, to feel, and to receive. Just scanning and releasing. Feeling your breath, your presence. You're integrating with this shape. Feel that every breath is this loving invitation to nourish and nurture. Just dropping into your final few breaths here. As you're ready, you'll just gently press yourself upright. And again, just be in your softness. That's sitting as you are, changing the position of your legs. And just keeping your eyes closed. And so with this feeling of softness and of integration, we move into Shavasana. And I'm going to do legs up the wall, probably for the whole time. But I'll let you know if we're halfway, if you want to come out of whatever shape you go into. So you're welcome to just lie straight down, use your props as you like. If you do have, you can even put something under your hips and lift your legs up if you don't have a wall nearby. And no matter what you do, if you choose to straighten your legs up in the air against the wall, I'm going to take this little shawl I have and just wrap my legs up. I'll just show you here. Just wrap them up so that they stay together. And I can just let them go. Okay, and then a little support for underneath your head, your shoulders, your eye pillow if you like. However you choose to rest. Just cultivating and inviting in all that work of surrender and of bringing in comfort. So you take the first few moments of wherever you've chosen to be. If something doesn't feel right, make the adjustments so you can come back in and rest comfortably, supported and held. If you're happy as you are, stay. If you'd like to transition to Shavasana, now would be the time. Staying in your rest for longer if you'd like to. It's beginning to just deepen your breath. Make any little movements through your feet, your fingers, your ankles, your wrists. As you begin your journey back to seated, so savoring and enjoying. Take your time. And once you do, if you do choose to come to sitting, then just rest in your own stillness for a few moments. Just noticing the changes you've made and feeling your softness. And joining your palms together, the center. As you inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, bow your chin with great reverence and honoring and love for all that you are, all that you bring, and all that you offer. And then you bow down to all that you have brought and offered for yourself. And this gift of nourishing and of healing and of feeling. As you inhale, lengthen yourself tall, lift your chin and keep your eyes closed, and exhale as you are. Join together, separately, yet together in community in our May We Be Blessed mantra. I'm going to seal that with one Om. So inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And one Om, inhale. Bow your chin. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Shanti, Om Peace. And bless yourself. Take a nice full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Namaste. 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 Bless you and bless you. Thank you guys. And
Oh, it's dark.
it's so dark. Yes.